Hey, Merry Christmas. Welcome to our home, the English home. I'm Greg,
I'm Kelly.
and we want to welcome you to the virtual Christmas party tonight. Glad you're here. As you're on YouTube tonight, just go ahead and chat some things in there, and we'll look down there and get some of that conversation, have some good things to talk about, and hear some of your memories and things like that. So we kind of want to talk a little bit about Christmas and some tradition and things like that, but I think you really want to talk about why you love Christmas the most.
Oh, yeah, we have a great Christmas memory.
So we knew each other as kids.
Yeah. How did we know each other as kids?
We went to the same church.
We did.
And then we went to school together.
Yeah.
And then there were some sports interactions together. But then we went away for like a period of time.
College and
yeah. But that Christmas Eve night, I showed up in the service. Remember, I had that camel hair suede jacket on back when I wore coat and tie?
Yeah, to church.
To church every Sunday. That's right.
Y'all ever seen that?
Me in a coat and tie at church?
They haven't seen that.
No. So maybe you'll see. But the camel hair tie, the jacket, it must have been whatever. And you were sitting behind me.
With my family.
Yeah, and I have a history degree. You have a history degree.
And
you were.
But we haven't talked in years.
No, years. And you were doing some things with my mom in student ministry. And I was taking my mom to the White House for a Christmas tour.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I leaned over and said, Mom, you think Kelly would like to go? And here we are. Merry Christmas.
Uh-huh.
So that's just the beginning of it all. So
Yeah.
let's talk about tonight, though, about some neat things on Christmas Eve. What did you do for Christmas Eve? Or not necessarily Christmas Eve, traditions, decorations. What are kind of those things?
Some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Well, when I was young, Christmas was getting in the car Christmas morning after opening presents, and a lot of times driving down to Dunn, North Carolina. Some years we would go before Christmas and we'd wake up there. And then, but otherwise we'd go after we had our own Christmas at home, and spending a couple days with my grandparents, seeing cousins and aunts and uncles all sleeping in the floor together on couches and chairs, and eating lots of great Southern food, biscuits and pies and cakes and fried chicken. And
See that?
Yeah.
Like for us, though, from an Italian side, we ate Italian food on Christmas.
oh, we had Southern.
Yeah, so
Green beans, everything from the garden she had picked and canned.
and no canning picking over here.
Yeah.
We had spaghetti, lasagna, stuffed shells, eggplant, neck bones, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
For us, but
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and that's probably what our children
Yeah.
remember. We adopted more of that as
Yeah.
time has gone on.
So if you have some traditions you want to chime in and talk about them, just hit me on the chat right here, and I'll be able to watch them, and we'll call some of them out. So go ahead and type away, let us know. How about the decorations, though? So I remember growing up, my aunt, I had a crafty aunt. This was on my dad's side, and she made these paper mache caroler dolls.
Yes.
And so if you remember, they sat on the chimney. Whatever the little stoop was
The
there. The hearth.
fireplace
Hearth.
art.
That's right. And they sat there, and they were, one was both of them were singers, but their head
Their
was
mouths
paper
were
mache.
open.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I remember.
Your mom still has them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out.
Yeah.
So I remember those. Anything for yours?
My mom had little mice that came out every year. She had some elves. She had certain ceramic. That she had little sets. So every little sets went in different places around the house. I always remember those little sets, and I think they got passed to us at some point. But then for us as adults, first year we were married, my aunt gave us a nativity that still comes out every single year. It even traveled with us overseas.
Yeah.
Made it overseas
And back.
And back. And
And we have a couple of different ones now that we collected overseas.
All
But how about when we went to Coleman's Nursery? And I remember going to Coleman's Nursery, but I remember that we collected early on.
What was Coleman's Nursery?
Coleman's Nursery was a garden center all year round. And actually, I talked a little bit about this on an upcoming Reimagine Podcast episode. But they had all the claymations and the blow-up dolls, and they had the snow bunnies and
It was
live
1960s and 70s Christmas.
It was great.
You walked through. They made it a Christmas wonderland. And we've got video taking our own kids there. People took field trips there to see it.
Yeah, it was great. But they had the Coke bottles with the old Santas on them. Remember early on in our marriage, we collected
every
year.
Coke bottle had the
Can't wait
Santa
to give those
picture
to the
in a
boys.
year. We still have quite a few of those.
Yeah, the kids are gonna love those.
Yeah. You think?
Let's see what else. The porcelain Christmas tree that had you put the plastic things in and you turn the switch and it came
I
on.
think it was glass, but
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah.
So what other decorations were big?
I don't know.
Your mom had like this frosty snowman after we first got married and the kids were little.
Yep.
So, yeah. So tell me, what's your decorations? I see the Felicianos, they have Mexican food for Christmas. So that's a good little twist there. And
Yeah, that sounds
goes
good.
well on their table, I'm sure. Sandy Weekly, she's waving, so I'm waving back. Hey, Sandy. Decorations I think our kids would like.
Well, what will they remember? So Brendan, we asked Brendan this before we started because he's over on the other side of the room cooking for us.
That's right.
He's going to have dinner ready when we're finished with this. See, last time, y'all, if you got on for the Wednesday night dinners when we did the virtual dinner, Greg and I cooked. Since then, Brendan's been home and he's developed his own little passion for cooking and watching videos, and he has cooked quite a few delicious meals for us, and he volunteered to do that tonight. So what are we having tonight?
We're having chicken scarpellini.
Scarpelliello. How do you say it, Brendan?
All right, back to Christmas. That's a good meal.
Scarpelliello. We're having that after. But
What are their favorite?
But I asked him before we started, what would he remember, any of my decorations or anything that came out every year? And he said, actually, I remember your mom, my mom, all of her Christmas town houses that she put out, the Christmas village.
Yeah.
She would put them all out on that. My dad had a table. It was all wired for everything to be plugged in and lit, and it had a snow, and all its little people went in different places, and his job was to help sprinkle the snow and set it all up, and he did that all through his childhood.
And Tyler has now, and will remember, the old animated Santa Claus that had the light on it, and he rocks back and forth, and so
we had that since before he was born, and now he has it, and somehow it has survived 2 years with Asher.
Yep.
He tells me we're questionable if it's going to survive another year, but I'm happy they're enjoying it.
Yeah, so that's good. So the decoration is good. The other thing that we enjoy is going around and looking at the different lights, right? People still do that now, and it's kind of morphed into a major thing.
I mean, back in the day, if you had one strand of lights across your house, you were excited.
But there was this one neighborhood over on the other side of the city park, and the guy put all the cotton in the yard, and you could go in and sit in the garage and do all that.
And then my kids probably remember this too. Every year for Thanksgiving, we used to go with my family down to the Outer Banks, and there's a home down in the Outer Banks. It's famous for its miles of traffic going.
They were one of the first homes that went on this great.
Well, I don't know if they went on the fight, but somehow they
got on the Today
lights,
show.
something.
So
they had quite the show out there.
So one thing we enjoy doing now though is we do walk over to Monument, and we like to walk the city and look at all the different lights there and sit on people's porches and take our photo and send it out. So
in front of other people's homes.
It works great for the Christmas card. Give it a shot. People never know.
Yeah.
So those are a couple of things. What else? Gifts. Favorite gifts.
Well, you got anybody talking to
Oh, let's see. We got another coming in.
Oh, a silver tree with the rotating. The rotating color wheel, and it would make different colors come up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh. Merry Christmas, Ed.
Ed Baronson's
What's Brendan cooking? Yeah, I can't pronounce that again. Chicken scarpelliello. There you go.
So
hear it?
we buy kids, Alyssa says, we buy kids new ornaments every year that reflect something that happened that year. That's a good one. We do the same. So last year, we were at Olympic National Park. So every year we do get an ornament and we put it on the tree. So our tree decoration is really made up of a lot of places and different things that we've been to, traveled to.
Disney.
Charleston, South Carolina is there. The White House Christmas tour.
Because of that early Christmas memory of our first official outing being at the White House, we collect those ornaments.
And we have this is our $40,000 Christmas ornament. and Tyler had a $40,000 Christmas ornament too, so we passed it on to him. So that's good. I like the idea with the ornament. Very, very nicely done.
So my favorite one for 2020, we saw the other night, was a mask. The blue and white medical mask. Someone had shaped it like a Christmas angel. Yeah, that's a good one for 2020.
Yeah. So got a lot of different things out there with the ornaments. We also, I cannot get to it, but we have ornaments on there that we made from when we were kids.
Yeah.
So Kelly has
and I'm
one.
Sure y'all do too.
I have one, And then we have pictures of us when we were little kids, and we made our kids do the same thing, and now they have them.
And I'm sure y'all all have those on your
Yeah.
trees as well.
Yep. So any other things coming in? Where to put all the
nativities from around the world?
Stan, right. Good question, Stan. So
All over.
all over. So Tyler, you might be able to
We got
turn.
two.
This one right here is a smaller version. This one came from Jordan that we got while we were there. And then there's another version.
That one came from y'all.
That came from
Tyler.
Tyler and Rachel
Lesotho.
Lesotho. And then we have one that's not out right now that came from Northern Africa. That is a special kind of the Moroccan wood that came out. That one's not out. And there's another one from, I think we got one from Jerusalem or something. That's a skinny, tall pole kind of one. So a variety. So we kind of rotate them every year and put them out both. But that's a good question.
Asher's loving your Christmas tree. Oh. Hi, Ash. Hi, Asher.
Yeah. Hello, Asher. I got a little gift underneath the Christmas tree for you. So,
Daddy's bringing Asher her actually Grayson and Asher, their 2020 ornaments.
Yeah. So,
a lot of tree decorations are also from places we have traveled to. Stan Wright. Yep.
Yeah, good.
I love that. I like a tree that tells a story. I mean, sometimes if I had more than one tree, maybe I'd do a theme.
Some people do.
Some people do themes. I have friends that have multiple trees. How many of you have multiple trees? That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it. But people who have multiple trees and they're different themes.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
I
cool.
would have to say one of my favorite trees is the Recreation Center
Hi,
tree.
Jeremy. Merry Christmas.
It's a good one. Yeah, so trees are good.
Debbie says Merry Christmas.
A few people coming in.
Gingerbread houses.
Oh, gingerbread houses. So
yeah.
I only remember doing one gingerbread house, and I remember look,
we weren't crafty parents.
We were not, but we had a very crafty son. Tyler was very crafty, still is very crafty.
And his grandparents were great at doing the crafts.
I remember we lived out in the country on all this land when we were early on in the days, and we got that.
Yeah, I remember.
Gingerbread house.
We have a video of it.
Yeah, and we made that together. Yeah. So Merry Christmas, Tyler. So that was good. You need a Funville. Hey, Ed Aronson says I need a Funville ornament from the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Got it.
It's not Funville, but it's the squirrels, Ed.
Yep, there it is. It's a good one. This is for you, Ed. Thank you. Merry Christmas. I was going to say something about one other memory I had thinking about Christmas.
There's a lot. That's a lot.
So speaking of the memory of us going to Christmas Eve service and spending time together, let me invite you to Christmas Eve at Cool Spring. So we're going to have services at 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. 3, 5, and 7 will be in the worship center. 9, 11 will be in the sanctuary. And so we have those times available for you. I will say that there are a few. One has filled up. Another is on its way to filling up. So there's some opportunity to RSVP and go on the website, coolspring.org, and go ahead and reserve your spot there. So looking forward to
we'll be at the 11.
We'll be at multiples, but we will definitely be at the
We'll be at a few, but we'll be at the 11.
That will be our family participation. So really, tune into that. The other thing too is at 5 o'clock and 11 o'clock there'll be a live stream feed of both of those, and so we're excited about that too. So that's another thing I do. For years how many presents.
How many presents we have wrapped to the midnight mass on Christmas Eve.
Yes, and
Greg loves to watch the midnight. Well, we both do. That's now a tradition. We've been doing it since our kids were little, and got them to bed, and had to still wrap some presents.
Yeah, watch the midnight mass.
And we watch mass. And now we don't have to do the present wrapping at midnight, so we do still kind of get in bed and turn on the midnight mass. And that's still
I get one homily in and it's over. So check us out for a Cool Spring on Christmas Eve. That's going to be a good time too. I also want to mention the Reimagine Podcast. We got a Christmas Eve episode coming up, and we have 2 folks on there that are really funny and share some of their Christmas Eve memories, just kind of like what we did tonight. And so you want to tune into that. That will be on next week, the 23rd. It'll drop. And
there's a lot of good episodes y'all have done recently. So if you're behind or you haven't started watching, this isn't biased. They're actually really good. I suggest you get on and
2 or 3 you've listened to, you like.
I've listened to a lot more than that.
So check out the Reimagine Podcast is a good one. Also, you're watching this now, so if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, there's hit a like button, hit now, subscribe, And you can just hit that subscribe button right now.
Just hit the subscribe button, y'all. Don't even try. Just hit the subscribe button.
That's what's great about having your kids around. See?
We don't know. We're just doing this.
So hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe to the YouTube
Because here's the
channel.
deal. Once we get a certain number, we can do it anywhere and all.
Yeah, so we really wanted to take y'all out to the Monument Christmas house tour tonight, but because we don't have enough followers yet and subscribers on YouTube, then we have to do this within a
So go ahead and hit subscribe on that.
So we want to be able to travel with this channel. So hit subscribe.
And
ask
then,
your friends. Share it with your family.
The other thing I'd say is the Jesus Follower is coming and it begins January 10th. And so this is going to be a great way for people to connect, just understanding the definition of following Jesus. What does that mean from Scripture, and how do we play that out in our lives? That's a 9-week study that's coming about. It'll be a full church connection for everybody to participate in. There'll be material for you. There'll be some things online for you. If you have questions about that, if you want to start a group, if you're in a group, if you need materials on it, just go to coolspring.org/Jesus Follower, and you can get all that information there. Of course, you can always email Brian or Wendy in the Discipleship and Missions office, and they can connect you there too. So
we had one more little Christmas tradition here: decorating Christmas cookies.
Sugar cookies, particularly. Bob Jackson likes a sugar cookie.
Let's decorate them.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind as you swing by the church.
Are you waiting for ours?
Yeah, I like the ones with the Hershey.
Did you have family that made fudge?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Christmas fudge.
Yeah, Christmas fudge is good.
Mm-hmm.
That was good too.
That was a good little.
My mom used to make these. Some of you might remember. My mom used to make. They had these plastic, like not tins, but plastic sheets, and you would pour molds. You would pour either white chocolate,
peppermint,
whatever, and then
white chocolate.
I mean, like it was pure sugar though, and they were lime green with the food coloring.
And you didn't like
it? But I remember she made them. So I don't know, a lot of good memories for Christmas. So welcome to our home. We're glad you came, and I hope you have a great Merry Christmas. And you join us in celebration of Christ's birth during this season. You can do that at coolspring.org, or you can join us gathering at all our Christmas Eve service. So Merry Christmas from our families to you.
Thanks for joining. How long was that?